And hello there, it's Dr. Brenda, sociologist, speaker, financial coach, founder of Gutsy Women Finances Community, full-time RVer, traveling the country with my 2 cats. So I've always said 3 cats. This week it is 2 cats. Hey, please subscribe below if you already subscribed. Thank you so much. It's been 3 days now since I lost Dolly. Dolly was my eldest cat. She was about 15 years old, and I said goodbye to her on Wednesday. So very, very sad. It's going to be difficult pulling out of this campground in a couple of days, missing one of my cats. But she had a fantastic life, so let me tell you a little bit about, what was happening here. Dolly was diagnosed in January with kidney disease. And I thought at that point I might lose her, but I've been giving her IV fluids every 3 to 4 days and special kidney diet food, and she has done so well. I've taken her back in for blood work, and the blood work looked really great. And I was told to just keep checking her blood work every 3 months. So I'd made an appointment here in Mammoth Lakes, California. I've got some friends here, friends with dogs, friends who know all the good vets, and so I was able to get her in for an appointment last week to check the kidney disease. But the week before at my previous campground, she had sort of gone into a hiding mode, hanging out on the floorboard in the driver's seat, and just wasn't herself. I was bringing her food and water. So she wasn't feeling very well. By the Sunday before I got here, she had really perked up and was doing back to her old self. And so I took her in last Wednesday, and the vet noticed a mass, a growth in her mouth, and wasn't sure what it was, so we set up an appointment for this Wednesday to do a dental checkup. Maybe it was an abscess, pull a tooth, maybe it was cancer, maybe it was something something else. So I took her in Wednesday morning, and the vet called several hours later, and was not clear diagnosis. So she did say if they did surgery, it would be a very complicated surgery. There seemed to be bone involved in this mass. If we removed it, certainly there's a 15-year-old cat, considerable recuperation, and there may be additional masses. It may be more growth. Remove one, have more mass come in the future. And I decided the best thing would be to put her down. So I made that difficult decision, knowing it was the best for her, and have been thinking about the wonderful time that I've spent with her. Almost 15 years. She came into my life, into my house in 2008. My child and I had just gotten back from Dollywood, and here's this beautiful gray kitten in the driveway and not having a home. So I put up found cat signs and I brought her into the house. I already had I think 3 other cats at that time at the house, and she was so full of personality. She just made herself part of the house, part of the home, got along with the other cats, and I got to keep her. There's no way she's leaving my house. She's got herself in my heart. She's my cat. And she became Dolly partly because we had come back from Dollywood, but she was so full of personality, and she grew into a very big, chesty cat. So Dolly just seemed very perfect. And, I've had plenty of cats, and she was just so special. In 2020, I started the RV life. I took 3 cats with me, Dolly, Ginger, and Coco. Ginger passed away 2 Thanksgivings ago, so she passed away on the road, and I got Isabella. So then it's been Isabella, Coco, and Dolly. And the first campground that I went to, she's 12 years old, and I'm like, I'm going to try out this leash and harness business on her. And I put the leash and harness on, and she walked walked down the road, all the way down to the end of the campground, down to the wood pile, and came back. I was just astonished. She took to that leash like, hey, you know what? I'm grooving. And she would go into a campground. Kids would come up to her while I'm walking her. She'd let them pet her. She knows who would be a friendly dog. She's touched noses with friendly dogs while she's out on her leash, and just full of personality. Just a laid-back, super-duper, fantastic cat. And it's sad, you know. It's always sad. We lose someone. We lose a part of our animal, our pet life. We love these creatures, and they give us so much love. And I'm focusing on all of that love that she gave me, that she gave us. Now I've got 2 cats here. You might be wondering how they're doing. One of the reasons I do have 3 cats is when one passes, the other 2 can keep each other company. And I'll tell you right now, the window to the catio is open, and both cats are in here with me. They are racing up and down in the tunnel, and but they have stuck around me. I think they know that I'm sad, and so they're hanging out by me. A lot more cuddling the last few days, but you know, they're doing well. Question: will I get a 3rd cat? Absolutely. I absolutely will. Either a cat will wander into my life, or there's a good possibility that I've got a relative who works at an animal shelter in Wisconsin. I'll be there late August, and I've asked her to keep an eye out for me for any fantastic cats that can get along with others and hopefully have a little bit of a personality. So, Dolly, I miss you. I love you. What a fantastic gift you've given me. So, life goes on, and I'll be just fine. Cats will be just fine. But we did lose Dolly this week. So if you're out there with pets, dogs and cats, one of the challenges is finding a good vet, and that was another factor that I knew that I had found a clinic where they were taking care of her. And there's nothing worse than being on the road, maybe in a remote area, and having a sick pet and that needs some medical attention and not being able to get them quick attention. So I'm here, Mammoth Lakes, California, rolling out on Monday, headed into Nevada just for one night, and then into Utah, and spending after that the rest of June in Colorado. So looking forward to it, and I hope you're doing well out there. If you're traveling with pets, give them an extra hug for me today. We'll see you. Bye-bye.